your hats, because we're about to go. And there we went. If everyone look over your right hand shoulder, wave goodbye to our station master Tammy. We will be on our way to Congo train station. Everyone say goodbye, Tammy. I've got a full train, folks. I know you can do better than that. Goodbye, Tammy. Good job, guys. Tammy is one of our hard-working station masters here at the Nairobi train station. Not only helping you board safely, but also here to answer any questions you might have along the way. Bye, Tammy. All right, if you look over to your left-hand side, you're going to see our latest attraction. That is Cheetah Hunt. Cheetah will take you from 0 to 60 miles an hour in mere seconds. Over 4,000 square feet of track and one of the quietest coasters you'll ever hear. In fact, the only time you'll actually hear it is when the guests are hollering from it. Right next to the Cheetah Hunt is our Sky Ride. The Sky Ride will give you a bird's eye view of the park while taking you from one side to the other up 50 feet in the air. If you look over to your left-hand side, you're going to see lots of brush. But if you look through that brush very carefully, you might notice our Edge of Africa area. Our Edge of Africa area is home to our lions, also our hippos, our spotted hyenas, and other animals of the African Serengeti. It's about a 16-acre walking tour, but definitely something worthwhile if you're into animals to check out the different animals that live there and call Busch Gardens home. The Edge of Africa. Coming up over on your right-hand side is our Crown Colony House Restaurant. Now, this is a restaurant where you can go up to the top floor and actually be served by waiters and waitresses. They'll take your order, giving you home-style cooking. While you're getting a view of the Serengeti, you can actually see all of our animals roaming out on the veldt right up there from your dinner table. Now, if you want something a little more casual, you can come downstairs, sit out here on the patio, have pizza or a hot dog. It's also the only area where we have a full-service bar for those of you of age. Crown Colony is open for lunch and early dinner. Continuing to look over to your right, that pyramid-like looking building, that's a nice air-conditioned walk-through tour of King Tut's tomb, or at least a replica of King Tut's tomb. You can go there and see what it looked like, including the boy king laid out in all his splendor and glory. Nice little air-conditioned building. You can go at your own pace. King Tut's tomb, and right next to King Tut's tomb, continuing to look over to your right-hand side, you're going to see one of the roller coasters here at Busch Gardens that's constantly rated one of the top 10 best in America. It's the Montu. Now, the unique thing about the Montu roller coaster is the track is up over your head, not under your feet. Your feet actually dangle in a ski lift-like style. That ride will take you to speeds of 65 miles an hour, throwing you through 7 inversions before it's all said and done. Definitely want to check out the Montu for those of you that are not so faint of heart. Now, once again, folks, we are getting ready to go out onto the north portion of our Serengeti veldt. We have a north and a south portion of our Serengeti veldt. The north portion houses our giraffe, our Grevy's zebra, sable antelope, and many other animals. Now, we do once again want to remind everyone as we get ready to go out here on the veldt to please once again remain seated. This is extremely important. These animals do run free. They do run in front of the train. We do have to make sudden stops from time to time. We don't want to lose any of you along the way. Parents, if you have smaller kids, please also watch them, as sometimes they like to reach out to the animals. The animals can get pretty close to the train if they want to. So again, they may want to play with the animals, but there's no telling how the animal's going to react to your small child. And our animals love it when you take pictures of them, but if you're going to take pictures, once again, do that remaining seated as well. This is for your safety. You're going to get a really nice picture coming up here on the left-hand side once we get onto the veldt of one of our latest giraffe. Her name is Coffee. She's the baby of the family right now. And she's very curious. Now, the neat thing about your reticulated giraffe is they can see in color. Unlike most animals, they actually can see in color, and they almost have a 360-degree radius that they can see at one time. Now, when a baby giraffe is born, kind of like Coffee here on your left-hand side, they basically have a big drop right off the top. Their mothers give birth to them while they're standing up. So they take about a 6-foot drop when they come out. Now, within minutes after being born, however, the baby will be up on their feet and right next to their mother's side, walking alongside them. They get the name Reticulated Giraffe because of the net-like look of their spots. It looks like a net has been thrown over them, and they're a brown animal. Got another nice look at the giraffes from the right-hand side of the train. And they can tell that you're on a yellow train. Well, that is if they knew what a train was. Because like I said, again, they can see in color. Okay, if you look over to your left and up on the hill, you're going to see our Grevy zebra. Grevy zebra is one of the larger species of zebra. The unique thing about Grevies, however, is their stripes do not go all the way around their bodies. If you look at their tummies are pure white. The stripes basically stop at the tummy line. We also have some gazelle out there in the back as well.
Look, there's a man.
Now we are going from the the south portion of the belt, to the north portion of the belt. Each belt has approximately about 35 acres, and these animals are free to roam wherever they want within these 35 acres. Sometimes it makes it easy for you to see them, and sometimes it makes it a little more difficult. Sometimes they get right up on top of the train, sometimes they'll be hiding out in the brush. Never quite know exactly where they're going to be. Now on this portion of the belt, this is home to our White Rhino. And if you look up on the hill, over on your left-hand side through the trees, you're going to see the White Rhino. Now the White Rhino is the second largest land mammal in the world. When they are full adults, they can get up to about 5,000 to 6,000 pounds easily. In the first year of a baby's birth, in the first year, they basically gain 4 pounds a day from their mother's milk. We do have a baby out on the belt. I'm not sure. I hadn't seen her today, or him today, I should say. It's a boy. And sometimes, like I said, they get right up next to this train. Them and the ostriches, they have no fear. And the unique thing about white buffalo too is they can, even though they've got big body size, they can run up to speeds of 35 miles an hour. And they can stop on a dime and turn direction too. It's amazing. Now out in the distance, those tannish color beasts, those are our wildebeest. The unique thing about wildebeest travel in herds of over 1,000 at a time. When they migrate, they literally will all go in a single line and migrate together. Can actually be seen from the air, I've been told. Wildebeest are also very plentiful in the savannas. Their population is pretty decent. They can run pretty quick and get away from predators, so they have longer lives than a lot of the animals. Now I want to take this time to remind you that as the summer starts to get here and the weather starts to get hot, and yes, we do get hot here in Florida almost immediately. In fact, some people argue we never get cold. But from March until October, we have a water park here. Adventure Island is the water park's name. They have some amazing water slides, a nice lazy river, a nice wave pool. And if you're interested in visiting Adventure Island, definitely stop by Guest Relations on your way out. If you bought a one-day ticket with us, they can upgrade it to where you pay less to go back and see Adventure Island another time. But you have to do that today before you left. Just check with Guest Relations on your way out. If you look over on your left-hand side, you're going to see our other type of zebra we have here, the Grant zebra. The Grant zebra is a little smaller than the Grevy zebra, but the Grant zebra is the most photographed zebra in the world. The Grant zebras, basically, their stripes go all the way around their bodies. And you know, their stripes are not really black. They're more of a brownish color if you get right close to one of them. And if you look over to your right-hand side and up on the hill, well, that's where our ostriches like to hang out. That's Henrietta and her sister Henrietta. These are the biggest birds on the planet, basically. The only two-toed birds on the planet. Boy, they can pack quite a kick. They can take out a lion with one serious kick. They get up to speeds of 35 to 40 miles an hour, but they weigh about 250 to 350 pounds on average, so that means they can't fly, but they make up for it in speed. All right, we're going to go through the tunnel, and once we get on the other side of the tunnel, I'll talk to you a little bit more. If you guys want to make some noise in the tunnel, feel free. It'll make you feel like you're on a roller coaster. Alright, we're still out in the northern portion of our belt here. Rhino like to be in this area as well. It looks like they're all over under the trees right now. There's some more of the Grant zebra though, over on your left-hand side. And there's some gazelle also way back over there underneath the trees. Thompson gazelle, we call them Tommies. And if you look over to your right-hand side, that is the midway station for our sky ride. Now that is not a place where you can enter the ride or exit the ride, but rather that is a place where the ride changes direction and goes from one direction to the other. Now with that, folks, we are going to get ready to come into the Congo train station. The Congo train station is going to bring you closer to Kumba. It's also going to bring you closer to Congo River Rapids and Jungala, the home to our white tiger exhibit. Now, as we enter the Congo train station, we ask that everyone please remain seated until the ride comes to a full and complete stop, and I've given you the all-clear hand signal. Once again, please remain seated and wait for me to give you the all-clear signal before exiting the train. The unique thing about this station is it's on an incline. Sometimes we tend to roll back after we stop, so I do need everyone to please remain seated until I give you that all-clear signal. Also, when you exit the train, you'll exit towards the platform side of the train only. If you exit the other way, you probably will get lost. Once again, platform side of the train only. Keep in mind there is a step or two as you get down to the concrete, so parents take smaller kids by the hands. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second.